My understanding of inclusive growth is that we need to give opportunities to everyone to participate in the economy. So if we talk about entrepreneurship, we need to make sure that we give access to markets, we develop the skills of the entrepreneurs and make sure that they can meaningfully participate in growing the economy.
My business is a business called GradesMatch. GradesMatch is an education technology company that helps high school learners with career guidance. We provide a digitized solution utilizing a whole lot of tools such as data analytics to make it simpler for high school learners to know what their potential career pathways could be for them by the time they exit high school. So we start as early as grade 8 and obviously exit in grade 12, where our role is to highlight to them the potential pathways and make it easier for them in that transition. So the way the system is built is to really solve the issue which we see in our country, which is related to structural youth unemployment, and ensuring that learners by the time they get to grade 12 have a view of what the opportunities are and how they can actually access those opportunities successfully.
Entrepreneurship levels are very low in South Africa, especially in youth. We are very excited to be partnering with GradesMatch because they are not only an entrepreneur, but they are making a difference in education. A lot of people grow up not knowing what career path they're going to choose. So as Old Mutual, when we funded GradesMatch, we know that we make a difference in education and in entrepreneurship.
Our business with Old Mutual is twofold. So firstly, they've provided funding to us to help us get some stability as a business for guaranteeing cash flows, right? And on the other side, they've given us access to a market, right? So we provide the GradesMatch solution to schools, primarily in Eastern Cape and Limpopo, and provide that support to those particular learners, as well as the exit outcome, which is providing application services for those particular learners in those particular areas.
Inclusive growth is very important for South Africa because we have high unemployment rates. We are one of the countries that are unequal in the world. So we need to find ways to bridge the gap between those who have and those that don't have. So one of the ways that we can do that and stimulate the economy is to make sure that we all gather together, public sector and private sector, to make sure that we support the SMME sector. As an organization, Old Mutual operates in communities. It is important that while we grow our organization, we also make sure that we help the people in the communities to put food on the table, to make sure that they create jobs and multiply the impact that we are making in people's lives. So we really approach doing business the same way with doing good.
We started working with Old Mutual last year, September, when we offered them the career guidance training for teachers for the schools they operate in. As a project developed, we were able to identify for them that we can do significantly more in terms of also helping the learners directly with the application journey, right? Providing a support for the grade 8 to grade 12 learners, right? As well as providing support to the teachers themselves. We've also highlighted to Old Mutual the possibility for their employees to take advantage of our services as they have learners, or they have parents who are parents to young learners who are in grade 12, grade 11, and we can provide those solutions to them as well in helping them with the applications journey or career guidance assessments in general.
At Old Mutual, we approach the entrepreneurship ecosystem such that we gather all the ingredients that are required to make sure that SMMEs succeed. So as much as we provide funding, we also make sure that we provide access to markets, we provide skills development for the entrepreneurs, and we have two organizations within Old Mutual that provide SMME funding. One is Masisizane Fund and the other is the Enterprise and Supplier Development Program. To date, we've disbursed over 650 million to SMMEs. We've also given opportunities for markets to SMMEs of around 2 billion in the last year. So we're very happy that while we're doing business as Old Mutual, we're also making a difference in the communities we operate in.
So far, the funding has primarily been used for stabilizing the current ecosystem, the current infrastructure, right? So it's given us a guarantee to provide to our employees that for the long term, we are here to stay. So we've grown quite a bit in the last few months, by about 20% in terms of employee count, and we have plans to grow even more in the years to come. As a small business, when you go to a big corporate wanting to collaborate with them or partner with them, one, you must understand what are their challenges, right? And how is it that you can service them? Secondly, you must also understand from your perspective, what is the value you're going to be bringing, and ensuring that you're also clear on how you're pricing your value to them, right? Then the third thing is also ensuring from your perspective that you have the financial stabilities in place. So what I mean by that is ensuring that you have your books in order, you have your team in order, your governance structures in order, or your tax affairs in order, as that makes it much simpler to get into the organization.
One of the biggest problems that SMMEs have is cash flow. So corporates need to support SMMEs by not only giving them markets, but ensuring that they pay them on time.
So to Old Mutual, the message is thanks for the support and thanks for backing us. But we are a technology company, we have a lot to offer and a lot to give. So the question to them is, how can we as a company, as small as we might be, utilize our insight, our capacity, our intelligence to help them as a business move forward, and collectively we grow.